Wikispeed demo video, Lynnwood, Washington, United States shop, October 15th, 2015. I'm here with William Newing and Rob Huggins. David Mullen and Michelle were here earlier too. David did a little more. Michelle mostly cheered us on. Let's see what it is we think we got done today. For demo today, install test top bracket of windshield mount. William, would you show that off?
Of course.
Go ahead. Yep.
Alright, so when we figured out how the pieces were going to be put together with the top mount as well as the side A-pillars, we realized that we need to figure out a correct method in order to fit everything tightly, because we needed to have the L brackets on the other side of the windshield bracket, because the windshield needed to be placed on top. So when we took everything apart, again, the U-shaped bracket as well as the L brackets and the side brackets, just so that we can drill an extra set of holes on the side, so then we can have the right stabilizing bolts to make sure that the L brackets also fit on all the top and side brackets. So then the next part was figuring out what needed to be bolted on first. We realized we need to bolt on the L brackets to the side bracket first, so then we can insert in through the
side tube, yeah.
The side tubes to secure those down, and then the top brackets as well.
The top tube.
The top tube, thank you.
Yep.
Top tube on both sides. Then we can bolt them onto the A-pillars on the sides to have a complete right fit. And that's, here we are, complete windshield bracket.
Check me if I understand. So L bracket first being attached to this down tube.
Correct.
Down tube second. Then attaching the top tube is third. And lastly is the plate on the side that completes the A-pillar. Did I follow what you guys discovered? Excellent. Correct. Then we did test fit the windshield and its corresponding plate, and that led us to discover, I think it's the next card up there. Oh, install Wi-Fi booster. Okay, that's not what it led us to discover, but that happened. We used a Unify power over Ethernet system. Then move all non-construction supplies downstairs. So you notice in the background, the shop is fully cluttered right now. That's from upstairs, brought that down. Well, upstairs gets drywalled. Inquire about longer wiper arm and O'Reilly's, I'll show that. Mock-up washer for windshield. So that brought us to mock-up washer for windshield. Rob and William, would you mind showing that and the proposed solution?
Dr. Higgins?
A fairly simple solution is based on the fact we were going to epoxy things in any way, that we fabricate hastily made spacers to attach to the frame to offset the windshield slightly from the A-pillars and the top of the windshield frame, so it will clear the bottom edge.
Now this might be what you're going to do, but I'd request that the outside facing edge is the flat one, right? So this would be spun around. That way, to people in the outside world, it looks clean and flush. That'd be my request.
We will, of course, attempt to conceal the fact we have no idea what we're doing.
I love it, Rob.
Ugly as sin.
Love it, love it.
You get the idea.
Well done.
Perfect. So there's the spacers. Here's the rationale for the spacers. You can see the A-pillar angle ends with a flat. Here it's pretty obvious. It ends and hits. When we mount the flat windshield on, the windshield actually keeps going a little bit, and it connects. It intersects this top mount. It actually even intercepts the chassis rail. So what we decided to do of all the options is to elevate it slightly so it goes across the front. And what you just saw was William and Rob Huggins demonstrating a elevation, a 1/4-inch elevation gain. You guys called it the washer, right? The windshield washer, is that what you called it?
It was an improv.
I love it. I love it.
There's many things you can call it.
An offset. Love it. That was mock-up washer for windshield. Then disassemble current wiper arm. That's related to inquire about longer wiper arm from O'Reilly's. So here is a windshield wiper motor, and its arm is actually another part of the shop. The arm connects here in order, it's a single arm, to wipe at 110 degrees across the windshield, all the primary point of view. And I'll show that, I think, in a jiffy. Walking across back behind the presentation television, by all the beer and the carbon fiber, by the composite shelf and the milling machine, and here is the partially disassembled wiper arm. So this sits on the wiper arm. The problem is it wasn't long enough to get the length of blade we want to have sweep across our entire window. Now this has a really cool feature. This adjustable thingy allows a metal slide to slide in and out that holds the wiper at adjustable length. But even at its maximum length, it wasn't long enough. So we machined the part out. That was the disassemble. And now we're going to take this aluminum stock that's the same thickness, and we ran out of time today, so it'll happen soon, I hope Sunday. We're going to machine a longer part that will stick in here to be the length we want to hold a wiper blade to sweep our whole windshield. So we're adding 4 inches to the slide that connected into here. And that, I believe, is everything we got done today. Guys, what did I miss, and what tips would you give to someone somewhere in the world doing work of this type?
Wear gloves, especially when you're fabricating and cutting the 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch aluminums or handling that. A lot of times where we were both handling the material and also cutting, it was just so imperative to have that, as well as hearing protection and eye protection. So safety third.
Huge fan.
Sounds like safety first.
And anything you'd like to add, Dr. Huggins, that might help people do work like this happier and faster than we got done today?
For working with plate like we were today, get a hold of a bandsaw by any means necessary, even if it means attaching plate to one of your Harbor Freight horizontals.
Yes. Well, I mean, that's what it's for, to convert it into an absolutely dangerous vertical bandsaw. So you're saying the vertical bandsaw made it way easier than what was working?
Yes.
Okay. And what other tools had you tried?
Well, we used a jigsaw to rough it out, but that's one of the most painful ways to do it.
Okay, but the vertical bandsaw worked much better once you set it up.
Yes, by any means necessary. You'll find your life a lot easier.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Have an amazing day.